Say it with me now. Vacation, motherfucker. And I'm hoping that future me in post added some kind of like cool voice thing. I don't know. I might not. I don't know. Rooster here, obviously. Headed home. I'm already driving. I just left the gas station to use some gas. Effective 13 minutes ago, I am on vacation. Okay, and overnight, like that, it is cold in Colorado. It was just in the 70s. Today's Wednesday, the 30th. On Sunday that just passed, it was almost 80 degrees. Right now, I just checked the temperature before I cut the camera on. 44. And it's going to drop because nighttime. So that reminds me, shit, today's Wednesday. Trash has to go out. So I'm going to take out the trash when I get home. Shit, I got to close the vents too. All right, so when I get home, I'm going to park, take out the trash, and close all the vents because I'm on vacation. Tomorrow is my 41st birthday. Fuck. Ugh. Ugh. I've said it a bunch of times as a joke, but I kind of mean it. That I didn't think I'd live to see 30 the way I was going drinking and drug-wise, but here I am celebrating my 41st birthday tomorrow. 2,000 miles from where I was born, married, settled down, house, wife, dogs, cats, guns, fucking responsibilities. I'm a registered voter. I voted last weekend. Like, what the shit? I think it's weird. Drop a line in the comments if you think this is weird. People see me flying the American flag and they'll look at me and say, "Hey, I know who you're voting for." All right, good. So when gas prices drop and all that shit, you're welcome, dickhead. Okay. But yeah, I just thought that was weird. I didn't think I'd live to see 30 the way I was going, drinking and drug wise, New York City nightlife and street shit that I was doing, growing up, if you could call it growing up. Some of us never really grow up because I still think farts are funny. I still think farts are funny. There you go. I got it out. Ooh, dude, look at my birthday card. Right there. That was hand painted. Okay, I can feel the texture. That was hand painted. I haven't even had time to read it yet. But every year they pass around a card when it's somebody's birthday. I think HR sends out a note or something, and we all sign it for one another, and they know that I'm on vacation. I won't be there tomorrow. So, I got it today. Yeah, man. Probably by the time you all see this, I'll already be on the mountain with no service, no cell service for sure. I think maybe GPS, something like that. Something works, but not cell service. I know that. Beefy and I are packing up and getting what we call the fuck out of Dodge. I'm off for 10 days, and Lord knows we need it with everything that's been going on. That has gone on this year. Started realistically with her hip surgery early in the year. And then now, and I hope y'all been paying attention. I know hope is a shitty plan. With her brain stuff going on. The stent wasn't stenting. I mean, it is, but it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, like long term. So, she's on leave. She's home. She's streaming more now, in bursts when she has the energy to. So a shunt has to get installed. I don't know how that's going to work because the reason they couldn't do it when she was in hospital last week is because she's on blood thinners for the stent. So she can't stop the stent, can't stop the blood thinners because then the stent will clot or something like that. So I don't know how that works, but I'm not a doctor. I wear safety colors and a hard hat for a living. I don't know how any of that shit works. So chances are when you're watching this, we'll already be on the mountain far away from civilization. From what I hear, my father-in-law was just in town the other day. He says the trout up there, the fishings, are as big as my fucking arm. I said, okay, cool. He didn't say it like that because he doesn't swear, but in my head, that's what I heard. Oh, look, traffic. They must know I'm on vacation. So we're going to do some fishing for sure. Depending on the weather. I'd like to do some shooting, not a whole lot, because 4570 is not friggin' cheap. I know that. And I have a good amount of 300 blackout, but realistically, I know what it sounds like. Shh, all quiet like, you know what I mean? Ye olde whisper pickle. I know what it sounds like. So I said on the way home, well, at least from the gas station, let me cut some kind of promo to talk about how old I am and how I feel, how I feel about it. Because realistically, getting older. Like there's no manual for it. You know what I mean? Like I never understood, act your age. How am I supposed to know? I've never been this old before. But gratitude is something that I think I found when I first got sober. And like I said, when I was younger, I didn't think I'd live to see 30, but I got clean when I was 27. And I hear that's a good age to get sober. If not, there's an alternative. Look at Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, and the like. You know what I mean? All the same age. So I found gratitude not right away, but before I turned 30 for sure, because you learn things about yourself if you're doing the work correctly. Like if you're taking, it's called an inventory in the 12-step programs. Is it raining? Oh, it's also snowing on the western slope. That's where we're going. It's all right. My 4-wheel drive works. In my 11-year-old Jeep, something like that. Dude, you want to go? Thank you. So it was something that I can't say that I was looking for because I didn't know what to look for. But if you're doing the work, if you're working on yourself, if you're looking inside here, holding yourself accountable and things like that. If you're doing proper living, gratitude, living a righteous kind of life. And I don't mean the word righteous in a religious connotation. Because when I use the word, people, they see me, they see what I look like, and they think they know who I am and what I'm about. But then I use words like righteous, and they get all bent out of shape. Like, you? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean, you people? You know what I'm saying? Huh? I think that's 2 promos in a row. I quoted Sergeant Lincoln Osiris. I think because I downloaded the picture of Robert Downey Jr. in blackface, and I just want to use it. It's one of those, like, you're living the right kind of life. I don't think that I use it in any kind of religious connotation. I don't. Like, the way I set up these promos in context is, I'm not a religious dude. If any of you know me, or even know me a little bit, you don't even have to know me well to know that I am not a religious person. I don't knock you if you are, because it's absolutely your right. But it's just not my thing. It's not. Never has been. My parents came to this country knowing that religious freedom was a thing, and they never ever pushed it on me and my sister. Ever. So I grew up that way. Humility. Humble. Being humbled by life. If you don't... I found out the hard way. I learned the hard way. If you don't humble yourself in... not everyday life, because I'm still an arrogant prick from time to time. But if you don't find humility, life itself, the universe, will humble your ass. Quote me. Okay? And you find that out by living a non-righteous lifestyle, by doing bad, not just to yourself, but doing bad to others and thinking you're going to get away with it, and not being honest with yourself, right? That could be up there with righteous as well. Like, if you're honest with yourself, like, bro, maybe I'm not this, maybe I'm that, maybe I was never this type of person, maybe I earned this ass whooping. Being honest with yourself is a big part of growing as a person, and all the stuff I was doing, drinking and drug wise, I was just stunting all that growth. I was using it as a coping mechanism. Well, at first, when you're young, you want to fit in. And then I found out, like, bro, I could drink like a fucking fish. So then I became that guy, right? So you want to fit in, you want to, mingle. They call it liquid courage and stuff like that. You want to sing and dance and talk to chicks and all that stuff. Not that, I'm not much of a singer or a dancer. Social lubricant, it's also called. I didn't call it that. That's what it's called. And then things would happen that were actually the result of situations I put myself in. Nobody ever put a gun to my head and made me do anything. So, pour me, right? Pour me a drink. That's always the way it was. And I can't even say I didn't make it that way, because I damn sure did. A big misconception, I think, of addiction is that it's always drink and drug related. I can assure you firsthand that addiction is a problem even without the drink and the drug. Okay? It's a disease. It is a dis-ease of the mind. And it's the only disease that lies to you. Think about that. Cancer tells you you're going to die. The HIV tells you you're going to die. Alcoholism, nah, dude, you'll be fine. You're cool. You'll be okay. Have another one. Have another fucking 6-pack. Have another 5th. Addiction is the only disease that tells you you do not have a disease. And all these situations, again, nobody ever made me do any of it. I did. You know, it wasn't God that made me do it. It wasn't the devil that made me do it. You watching this didn't make me do it. I did it. It's a hard realization for a lot of people to come to. Like, no, I did this because of this person. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You absolutely did fucking not. If that's what you're telling yourself, you're lying to yourself. Bro, what are we doing? Come on. It's raining and the lady selling cotton candy. Just drive by. Thank you. Immigrants, you know. Yeah, green means go, dickhead. Thank you. It's always at this fucking intersection, too. The one right before I get home. So I feel like now, I'm not forced to, but I hold myself more accountable because I gotta. Like, how did I come this far without holding myself accountable? How did I come this far, not just in life, but geographically, as a person, everything, without taking it onto myself? Like, nobody made me do anything, and I never thought I'd get married. Here I am, years later, and believe me, if I don't hold me accountable, she's fucking gonna. And that's her job, and I do it to her too. We're both imperfect creatures. God, the fucking rain is coming now. We're both imperfect creatures. And when at least me, when I signed on that dotted line, it was, you know, I'm gonna call you on your shit. And she calls me on mine. She calls me on mine a lot more than I call her on hers because women are fucking sensitive creatures. Fellas, you gotta bite your tongue a lot of the time. Because, you know, you don't want to be the asshole all the time. But it's just one of those things, and if you don't get good with you, nobody's gonna be good with you. You know? And like I'm balls deep in my 40s right now. I'm inside my 40s. Bruh. Okay? Who the fuck saw that coming? Not me. That is for sure. I just reminded myself I have to close the vents as I just looked at one of the vents. And take the trash out. Shit. As I see my neighbors with their trash out. Life is worth living. If you didn't know that, now you know that. I've heard people say, you know, all my life, oh, life is short. No, it's not. It absolutely is not. That is the biggest lie you're ever going to tell yourself. Life is not short. Life, your life in particular, you watching this video, listening to this podcast, your life in particular is the single longest event you will ever endure. Think about it. From the beginning of it to the end of it. Single longest ongoing event you're ever going to have to endure. Okay, so life is not short. Life is long as fuck. Okay? Are you gonna, I mean, let me steal from Shawshank here. Are you gonna get busy living or get busy dying? I got my life back when I got sober. I got a lot more than that back when I left fucking New York. And I plan on keeping it. Okay? I plan on keeping it. So even though you're gonna watch this in the future, wish me a happy birthday. My wife's birthday is the day after. Also, the same as the megastar. Say it with me now. L.A. Knight. Yeah. His birthday is also November 1st. I found that out. We're going to be away. We got to get away. We both need to decompress. We both need to chill the fuck out. We need to get away from the city, unplug, and just enjoy it. This whole year has been one big whirlwind of surgeries and not feeling well, and both of us stepping up and doing what we got to do. Now it's time to rest. It just is. Slide up in them comments, man. Tell me what you're grateful for. Also, Thanksgiving's coming too. Holy shit. Let me know what you're grateful for. Let me know why life is worth living on life's terms. All right, slide up in there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thanks for all the support. I appreciate the shit out of it. Let me take this friggin' garbage out before the rain gets worse. I gotta close these vents. I think the temperature's gonna drop below freezing. So until then, what about that intro, right? Right? I just realized, like, my mind is already, like, in post-production. What about that intro? Get ready for the outro.